Okay folks, today is going to be a follow-up to my last video about investing in discs and in your game. And I'm going to answer a few questions, give you a few tips or whatever, and we're just going to follow up and continue the conversation right after the intro. Okay, so my buddy Bill had a great question about, why mid-ranges, should mid-ranges be the thing to start with, what to be thinking about all that. And in some ways, it doesn't matter what 10 discs you have. It does, but the whole thing is you're wanting 10 of the same discs that fly the same way so that you can check your consistency. So whether I'm throwing mid-ranges or I'm throwing 12 speeds, I think I said 13 last time. Yep, they're 12 speeds. The question is, can I throw them consistently? Because I can use these to even work on my approach shots and stuff like that. A set of 10 of these, if I didn't have these, would still be a good training tool for me. Let me put some of these down because my hand's killing me. What we're trying to do is we're trying to use 10 of the same discs so that we have the same feedback for 10 shots. Because let's face it, if we're adjusting discs and one flies understable, one flies overstable, that's an extra component that is throwing off the control group in a sense. You want to have the same discs fly the exact same way so that you can tell, okay, that was me, it wasn't the disc. I'm doing this, and 10 of them will give you a good baseline. You can't fake 10. You can fake a couple of the same ones. You may get 2 good throws. The question is, can you get 10 good throws? And somebody else talked about getting used discs, and I used to do that. And I collected a whole bunch of birdies because I love my Innova birdies. And the problem with the birdies was when I got them, depending on how beat up they were, some were just meat hooks to the right, they were never meat hooks to the left. Some were straight and some had a little bit of stability to them. So I was still, even though I had 10 of the same discs, because they were used differently, they flew differently. And so even if you have a set of 10 that you get brand new, the nice thing is that if you keep them as a set, they should beat up about the same amount. So they're still all flying fairly similar. That's also another reason why when I get a set of 12, I go to 10, just in case something crazy happens with one, say a dog gets it, or I hit some piece of metal and it takes a chunk out of it. I have one that's fairly close that I can replace it with, so they're all flying about the same. And let's face it, as these get beat up a little bit more, I bring in that new one, I'm probably gonna have to throw it a bunch to kind of tune it up to try to get it back to this. But if you're good, you can buy used discs and figure out how they fly, hopefully get a set that flies really well. But I think the whole idea of getting new ones, they're all gonna hopefully fly pretty close to each other. And that's what we want. We want to take some of the extra stuff out and have a good control group that's gonna give us that instant feedback. Was that a good throw? Was that a bad throw? I'm gonna give you a list of some other tips about maybe saving some money, where to buy some stuff and all that. Make sure you check the description. I'll probably do some other stuff with it. But the whole thing is, here's what I wanna show you, is the key to it is whatever you're doing, especially, I love my batting cage. I've got 10 mid-ranges and I've got 10 12 speeds. And even if I just brought one of these sets out, it would be a great time to test these out and to test to see how consistent I am. I must start, just got off the motorcycle. There's something about too, a lot of times we end up running to the field to play with somebody. We're running late after work or whatever. We get out. How do we throw right out of the car? Here's a test. I'm gonna throw 10 shots right off the motorcycle, right out of the car, see if I'm consistent right out the gate. If I'm not, that's probably a good indicator that if I can squeeze an extra 5 minutes into my schedule to get there just to warm up, throw a few, my game's gonna improve drastically from jumping straight out of the car versus warming up a little bit. Because we tend to play that mental game. Oh, I'll be fine. I've thrown 1,000,000 discs, I'll be fine. Well, let's see how good I am just right out of the car. Now, of course, whenever I do this stuff, it ends up, I either throw great and it blows my, it's hard to do an illustration because whatever you want to do, these things go differently as soon as the camera's on. All right, so I think it's 60 feet. And I've just taken my other shirt. I'm getting ready to play Ultimate. It's Friday, my day off. we have darks and lights. So I just took my light shirt and put it down there. You can get some Velcro, you can get anything as a target because it's just what you're aiming for. And this is the other thing. When I get to the high-speed drivers, if I'm having problems with it nose up, nose down, usually it's nose up, well, lower your target a little bit and use this to help groove in getting that nose down. That's what I'm saying. It's not about the disc, it's how you practice. Using this with those to get better. So now I'm just gonna try to throw these nice and easy because I'm literally just off the motorcycle. I'm not gonna try to kill myself, but I'm gonna try to see how many I can get close to that, hopefully I'm gonna hit it, that t-shirt down there. There we go. All right. Being able to throw 10 in a row automatically shows me my habits. What's going on? Am I pulling up? Am I pulling down? Or am I releasing early or late? That's my miss. Usually is a little low. There we go. But overall, not bad. Hopefully I didn't block the camera. I'm throwing pretty good. One of the reasons why I'm throwing pretty good is because I do this. I work on my consistency. I work on throwing and hitting a target over and over again with the same disc. That's what I'm trying to say. Find 10 of the same disc that fly the same way. Heck, find more. Listen, the problem is 10 of those, now I gotta go walk and get them. That's where it's nice to have another set, even though, okay, I switched from the torpedoes, I can switch to the creature, and I know the creature is gonna be understable. So yes, I'm changing my throw, but then I'm throwing 10 of that exact same shot. I'm grooving my throws in. So now, let's grab the 12 speeds. All right, same thing with the 12 speeds. We're not going for full power here, we're working on consistency. So now I'm just gonna step up. Up, I didn't follow through. Better. Pulled that one a little bit. Overcompensated, come on now. See, this is where you can't hide from 10. You can hide in 4 or 5 throws, but you can't hide from 10. There we go. So guys, once again, hear me. It's not about the gear. I mean, yeah, we're talking about gear, but the gear is not the key. It's how you use the gear, what you're doing, how you're training, how you're practicing, makes all the difference in the world. I can have a bunch of discs and still not be practicing to where it's helping me become more consistent. Just using my hoops and this, my misses are becoming smaller and smaller, and that's showing up on the disc golf course. And it's not because I have remix or I've got Innova discs or whatever. The discs, I just want you to have some practice ideas in your head that you can go out and do. And heck, I'm here 10 minutes before Ultimate. And so I'm just 10 minutes, boom. And I'm throwing what I do back and forth a couple times. I can do 40, 60 throws in 10 minutes. If we just do that once a week, once every 2 weeks, it's gonna do something to our game. So there you go, guys. It's not rocket science. It's practice. This is a sport, just like anything else. If I want to get better at golf, I've got to go to the driving range. Well, this is my driving range. Hope that makes sense. I hope this helps a little bit, and I hope to see you out on the course.